Good day everybody. We've been given this equation e raised to the power of 3x is equal to e raised to the power of 2x positive e raised to the power of x. We expected to solve this. Now this is an exponential system, and to solve this exponential system we will have to convert this into algebraic system, and that would mean we need to introduce variables of the form x in nature. So how am I going to do that? So foremost, let me just start off the question by considering the given system. So I would like to write, in fact I am writing the system first, and then I will rewrite the system in the way that is simple enough for us to convert it into algebraic system. So this is going to be e raised to the power of 3x is equal to e raised to the power of 2x positive e raised to the power of x. Then I would like to write this as e raised to the power of x the raised to the power of 3, because if you have a raised to the power of n times n, you can rewrite this as a raised to the power of n the whole raised to the power of n. This is always possible from the law of indices. That's exactly what I'm doing. So this is going to be e raised to the power of x raised to the power of 2 positive e raised to the power of x. Now let me just take this as, let e raised to the power of x be equal to some t. So if I were to take this as 2, therefore 2 can be rewritten as t raised to the power of 3 is equal to t raised to the power of 2 positive t. Now I can bring all this to the left, and that would mean I have t cubed negative t squared negative t is equal to 0. From here I can take t out. That would give me t squared negative t negative 1 is equal to 0. Now from algebra, if ab is equal to 0, then either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. We know this. So this would mean t is equal to 0 is one solution, or t squared negative t negative 1 is equal to 0. Now let me have this on one end, and let me just consider t squared negative t negative 1 is equal to 0. So from here a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 1, c is equal to negative 1. So therefore using quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus root of b squared negative 4 times ac divided by 2a, we can rewrite the system as negative of negative 1 plus or minus root of negative 1 squared negative 4 times a is 1, c is 1 divided by 2 times of a. I'm rewriting it over here in a simplified fashion. Negative negative positive, so plus or minus root of 1 negative negative, that's going to be positive 4 divided by 2, which is going to be 1 plus or minus root of 5 divided by 2. So therefore two set of values are possible for t. Now let me write down the values of t. So all values of t are, first is going to be t is equal to 0, and t is equal to 1 negative root of 5 divided by 2, and t is equal to 1 positive root of 5 over 2. So the question is, which of these values will satisfy the system? Let me write that. We know that t has been equal to, or taken to be equal to e raised to the power of x, right? So t is equal to e raised to the power of x. So but t is equal to e raised to the power of x. So this means when t is equal to 0, this would mean e raised to the power of x is equal to 0. So taking ln both sides, we get, so what do we get? You get ln e raised to the power of x is equal to ln 0. This would mean x times ln e is equal to ln 0. So ln e becomes equal to 1. So you got x is equal to ln 0. And you will have to know the natural log ln x is defined for x greater than 0. In other words, ln 0 is undefined. This is the all important fact you will have to know. So this means you will have to drop this value, drop this. Why are we dropping this? Because ln x is defined only for x greater than 0. That would mean ln 0 is undefined. So this is gone. Now next, coming to the fact t is when t is equal to 1 negative root of 5 divided by 2. Now what is root 5? Root 5 would be approximately 2 point and odd, right? So 1 minus 2 point and odd, this is going to be a negative value. right? But as I mentioned to you, my t is e raised to the power of x. So this would mean e raised to the power of x is equal to, say, some negative alpha. If I were to take ln both sides, I would get ln e raised to the power of x is equal to ln of this negative alpha, right? So from here I would get x is equal to ln of negative alpha. So this in turn would mean, from the definition, clearly you can see that ln x is defined for all x greater than 0. That would mean from here we are obtaining a value what is called as undefined. So this is also dropped. Let me write that. This is dropped, this is dropped, and all we got is this, right? So let me write that down. When t is equal to 1 positive root of 5 divided by 2, this would mean e raised to the power of x is equal to 1 positive root of 5 divided by 2. That means ln e raised to the power of x is equal to ln of 1 positive root of 5 over 2, which would mean x is equal to ln of 1 positive root 5 over 2. So this is the value of x, which is the only possible solution for the given exponential system. So that completes our problem, and this is a good place for us to stop. Thank you.